Hey, hey, hey. Good evening. It's your very favorite history teacher. Let me see your transcript. And today, thank you so much for waiting for me. And I make sure my lip gloss was popping and my lip gloss was cool. And I had to get my Texas tea so I could tell you about the Texas tea that's been happening within the last week. How y'all doing? Please, if you can, if you haven't already, please hit the like button and please share this live. How y'all doing? On your other social medias. I really would appreciate that. Okay? How was your weekend? How was your Monday? You probably like, why is she so happy? Because I'm a teacher on spring break. Yay! So you know what I've been doing on my spring break because I'm a teacher? You know what I do? You know what I'm doing? Sleeping. Catching up on Netflix. Sleeping on the YouTube. And having a good time. I got Lipton iced tea, sugar, honey, some lemon juice, and a little whiskey. Gonna stir it up like Funky didn't even say, how are y'all doing today? Hey, Christine Parks, legit doctorate, Betty Yellock, One No Love, my number one mod, Trisha Chanel, Jacqueline Vines, always here number one, on time. Actually, she early. Please, 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 come on in the room. Where are my other? Hey, butterfly, butterfly in the sky. I could go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading rainbow, reading rainbow. I can't go anywhere. You're like, oh, she maybe had too much Texas tea. How much of that is tea? You probably thinking, how much of that is tea? How much of that is whiskey? It says it's 12 of you right now, and I only got 11 likes. So can one of you please hit the X, go back out, click the like button, and come on back in. I'm so happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like most teachers this week. This is a whew, Lord have mercy. It's been a week. It's been a week. Whew. Hey, Michelle Foster, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. So my dog is trying to get me. Do you want to be on live too, boy? I'm live. He wants to be rubbed on right now. So how are y'all doing? So I wanted to get started. And the reason why I kind of like nicknamed this live, even though I'm going over several different people, the Texas Tea, because it all deals with people from Texas. And one of those people is Kirk Franklin and his son, also David and Tamela Man, who are also from Texas as well. But let's get some of the political stuff out the way and then get to the juicy TT that we want. Okay? So let's look at my governor. Governor Greg Abbott, that's him in the middle. Let me stick some tea right now. Every week it seems like he's doing something in March. He's reopening the state, going at the immigrants. Well, this week he decides that he wants to tackle voter fraud, y'all. Voter fraud. He is throwing his support behind SB 7, a Senate bill that's supposedly supposed to be about election integrity, right? Election integrity. But looks like it's actually about something else. Let me see if I can find. thought I sent it. Let me see if I election integrity. And I'm trying to figure out why would he, as a Republican, want to worry about election integrity? All of the electoral votes from my state, unfortunately, went to former President Donald Trump. But unfortunately, he didn't get them. And so he is still seems to be upset that I don't know, maybe he's thinking about midterm elections, maybe because Biden still run the country, maybe he's still spinning this narrative like Trump says that the election was stolen from him. And I'm just like, oh, sir, please. What about ERCOT? What about the Texas freeze? All the state, the economy's getting their money. Some people still don't have their homes. What are you doing about that? And all this talk you had, you didn't say nothing to the president 2 or 3 weeks ago when he was here in Houston. Not a mumbling word, y'all. Not a mumbling word. Not a mumbling word. Now, I really think that his whole reason for bringing this up is because even during the, let me take that off of there. Even during the midterm elections of 2018, it was a blue wave. Hit a lot of counties and a lot of cities. And he had to deal with those counties, those mayors, and those Harris County judges of those counties. And they were battling him concerning, checks and balances on what was best for their community. And I think that in 2020, those same communities and counties stayed blue. And in some cases they switched. And so I think that makes him afraid. That means he's going to have a lot of pushback from what's going on in the state. And so now that this Senate bill has come out, he's pushing for it. And let me put an election. I'm putting the in the why is it? Okay. Here's the link that I'm putting in the chat. And one of the people who at the lower level is pushing back to him on this. A lot of people have read the bill and they feel like it is voter fraud. It's not voter fraud. That is form of voter suppression. Kind of like what they're trying to do, or they did try to do, and they still are trying to do in Georgia. Okay, they're trying to make it harder for minorities, also older people, also disabled people to get to vote. They're creating more restrictions. And the thing is, when you look at the state of Texas, there were maybe 1 or 2 instances of voter fraud that were actually in the news that were caught. And those were people who were voting Republican, not voting Democrat. So it's just like, you mad because your man lost? It's his fault. He didn't do what he's supposed to do. So, it says Texas has some of the strictest rules, but Republican lawmakers are now hoping to outlaw efforts by local officials in places like Harris County, where I live, intending to widen access for voting, including drive-through voting and extended early voting hours. Remember, like in 2020, everyone's like, hey, get your ballot, go early, or like, get your absentee ballot. Now he's trying to scale that back. And this is what Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo had to say. It was shared by my friend Ashton P. Woods, who was a member of Black Lives Matter Houston, HOU. And he said, and this is what Lena Hidalgo said: you reap what you sow. These attacks on voting rights in Texas and across the South must be stopped. Regardless, the attempt to suppress our vote will only serve to embolden us. We've seen it in Georgia. Texans don't like to be pushed around either. We'll remember in 2022. And you know what? I think she's right. Because you notice the last time in 2016, people were like, oh, it don't matter who we vote for. And then we had 2 years of Trump, and then all of a sudden all these people came out in 2018, and even more people came out in 2020. So right now it's 2021. You gotta get ready for the next election. Also, I'm gonna do another how-to video this week. I'm gonna show you how to look up your own representatives where you live, so you can check on what your people are doing too. Because trust me, if the Republicans are doing the stuff here, they all had a meeting and they're doing the same things in your state. Trust me. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. It was one thing I wanted to talk about. I didn't put him on here on the. I'm sorry, before I get to him. Remember I said about Ken Paxton wanted to sue. State Attorney General Ken Paxton wants to sue where is it? He wants to sue the cities of Austin and also Travis County because they are choosing to still enforce a mandatory mask mandate, even though the governor has lifted it. However, Austin, as well as Houston, Travis County, other counties still have high rates of COVID. And so he feels that he is going to make what did he say? He's going to make an example out of Austin and Travis County. He's going to sue them for violating the executive order by the governor. So it's headed to court, y'all. We're going to see what the Texas courts, maybe go to the Texas Supreme Court, maybe the U.S. Supreme Court, what they will do. I know he has lifted since the governor has lifted the mandate. There are people in Houston who are choosing not to wear the mask. That's their business, but I'm still wearing my mask. A lot of my friends are still wearing their mask. Unfortunately, it's spring break, and Galveston had a lot of places. This is where the beaches are. And there are restaurants who are saying, hey, you don't have to wear a mask to come in here. However, there are some restaurants who say, and stores who say, you still got to wear your mask. Okay. And let me actually put this in let me see if I can find it. I actually got here you go. This is a list of stores in Texas, and I'm thinking probably nationally too, who would still require a mask. And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to find it. There was a lady actually who went into a Texas bank, and literally they had to call the police on her because she did not want to wear a mask. Here you go. Here's the stores who are all ready going to wear a mask. So we'll see what Ken is going to happen. Yes, Epiphany Grace. Local elections are major. We got to make sure. Yes, they do have the right to enforce their mask. It's just like no shoes, no shirt, no service. They need to put no shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. I got extra masks in the car in case I forget. Ooh, this tea is delicious. Okay. All right. Okay. So here is another thing before I get to our Texas celebrities. Here is a lady, very pretty. Let me find her. She is a former NASA contractor and engineer. And she is suing Apple because she said they stole her diverse emoji idea. Okay. And let me see if I can get the actual, so you all can see it. She said, actually, when she saw it, she got the idea from her daughter. Let me find it. We can discuss whether or not she actually has reason to sue them. Because I have a question myself. Okay. Can y'all see it? Hold on. Is it not showing? Okay, there it goes. All right. Let me press play.
Right now at 6, a Houston woman takes on a tech giant suing Apple. She says diverse skin tone emojis were her idea.
And tonight, that woman, a mother and a former NASA contractor, talking about her case only on 2. Good evening, and thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Christine Noel.
And I'm Keith Garvin. Chris and Dominique are off tonight. KPRC2 Sion Rhodes live with those lawsuit details only on 2 tonight. Sion, Katrina Parrott is suing Apple for copyright infringement.
She says that she created the diverse emojis with the purpose of being inclusive, but now she claims Apple has excluded her and stole her idea.
All of the emojis at the time were Caucasian.
It was Katrina Parrott's daughter, a college student at the time, who gave her the idea.
She came home one weekend and she said, it sure would be nice to be able to send an emoji to my friends that look like me. And my first question was, what's an emoji?
Parrott hired a software developer and illustrator to create iDiversicons.
I just felt as if everybody should be represented, and which is why we came up with the 5 skin tone emojis that represent inclusion.
In 2013, iDiversicons launched on the Apple App Store, and Parrott took her idea to Silicon Valley. In 2014, she met with Apple's software executives.
One of the things that I did is I shared, a thumb drive with my emojis on it.
In 2015, Apple launched their own set of diverse emoji with 5 skin tones.
It took them 5 months after taking advantage of everything that I had to offer to tell me that they wanted to do it themselves. I was really disappointed and destroyed.
Now she's suing Apple for copyright infringement.
They took my idea and I got nothing for it in return.
We're looking for them to do the right thing to make her whole for that which they've taken from her.
In court filings, the company says it developed diverse skin tone emoji on its own and did not copy her work, and argued that Parrott does not have claim to the copyright of skin tone emoji, saying copyright does not protect the idea of applying 5 different skin tones to emoji because ideas are not copyrightable. Now, Apple has filed a motion to dismiss this lawsuit. We reached out to them for comment, but have not yet heard back. Reporting live, Sion Rhodes, KPRC 2 News.
I get what she's saying. Like, it was an idea. She met with them. They never called her back. And then lo and behold, oh, she got your own emojis now. They look kind of like bye. My only concern is that you did this back in 2013. You gave her the idea in 2013. Then you put it in their Apple store, like, hey, you can get one of the emojis. Then you went to Apple in 2014. You gave them a thumb drive? I don't know why she did that. That's just copy paste. And then now I'm looking at the date. I'm like, it's 2021. Why did it take you so long? Like, I got questions. But I'm sorry, it do sound like Apple over some money. But it didn't say like you can't copyright ideas. But I'm just like, yeah, I hope she got a copyright lawyer. Somebody. I hope that man's a copyright lawyer. What do y'all think? I'm just like, yeah. Let me put the link in the chat. She has beautiful makeup. Yeah, I mean, part of me hopes she's winning, but I'm just like, why did you take? Because it's a different state, or what? And I'll put it in the chat. But I found a lady who was. Hold on, I have to do this. Here's the link. The lady who sued. I found the link of the lady who went to the bank with no mask. You know, governor said you don't have to wear a mask. You can wear a mask. Exactly right, Sunshine. I'm just like, don't you? I don't know. Don't do pictures and stuff when you have to do it for computer. Don't you have to have a list of instructions and stuff? Some not right. Okay. So let me show y'all the lady who came to the bank and the bank told her, ma'am, you still got to wear your mask. Oh Lord, she looks like a Karen. Okay.
I'll say if that's you leave, you have to leave.
My money's in this bank, and I'm going to take it out.
Well, then you have to
And
abide by the
after I do
rules,
that,
and you have to have a mask on.
This is a state.
It's not. Businesses have the right to refuse service, even if you're not wearing a mask. That's their choice.
My money out.
Awesome. Well, you need to go and get a mask and then take your money out. You're not allowed to do.
I've been waiting here.
Ma'am, listen, we're going to do this the easy way or the hard way.
What are you going to do? Arrest me?
Yes, for intruding on premises.
That's hilarious.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And you believe in this?
I believe in it.
Do you believe in this?
The laws, yes.
The law says that I do not have to wear a mask.
You can not in public, but you're not in public. You're not in public.
Yes.
I'm not going to argue with you about this. This is not a public place. This is a private business. No, you're not. We're going to go outside.
Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm kidding?
Well, I don't know, because
let's go walk outside.
You've got some issues.
I've got issues.
That you're taking away people's human rights.
Okay.
Oh, now
is
he going to shoot me, people? Is he going to shoot me for trying not to breathe?
Cool.
Come on, dude.
Don't do that. Oh, no.
Do not touch me. Who do you think you are?
2010.
Back up. Some old lady is getting handcuffed here. There, people. Ow.
Ma'am, put your hands behind your back. Say, you don't stop resisting. Stop.
Is anybody gonna like get real here? Really?
Relax.
No one's gonna get real. Wow.
Come on. Not relaxed at all.
Right here, people. No, it's not. Wow, what a bunch of sheep.
She was in there 10 minutes. And want to know why it took her to, because that bank don't look full. I was only waiting in the bank 10 minutes when there was a whole bunch of people. They look like a whole bunch of people there. I think that should have been her first clue. Like, oh, I don't have my mask on. It's like, I don't have to wear a mask. This is the business. If she didn't want to wear a mask, she should have went through the drive-through. But I think when you take your money at the bank, you can't go through the drive-through. Hey, Bacon with Charlene. Exactly, though. Why couldn't she? And the man said, well, you can't take your money out of this bank, but can you go get a mask? Because this business said we want you to wear a mask. Hey, CA. And part of me wants to say, ma'am, how come you can't follow directions? Why can't you comply with the police? You should have did what they said to do. They're here to protect and serve. Here's the other article where I'm just like, What? I got so many questions. Like, ma'am. And then I'm sorry, she did a typical kid move. Like, you can't arrest me. Don't touch me, ma'am. I know you're older. I know you think you got it right because the governor said. But as you can see, following what the governor said and what this police officer who got hired by this business said, it's totally two different things. So you better call up Greg and ask him to bail you out. That's all I got to say. You better call out Greg and help him have him bail you out. Mm-hmm. Y'all hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Greg bail you out. Why didn't you just comply, man? Just comply with what they said. What they told you to do. Ooh, sorry, the ghostly? Ooh. That better, y'all? Don't look like I'm a ghost. I was looking fuzzy. And I was like, why am I looking fuzzy? Better? Ring. You ring my bell. You ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Okay. But I'm just like, why? You will protect. All right. RoboCop handcuffs. You places you don't follow rules. You don't follow rules. Banks, jails, and hospitals. TA. TA say it gave me a little satisfaction. You should have complied. That was right, TA. Yeah, she should have complied. All right, so let me get to what we're almost to the topic that we're really here for. But I had to come here and talk a little bit about a couple of things. I'm trying to make a bigger picture. Okay, you get it. We have two people here in the local area who are now getting new jobs. And some people are like, oh, congratulations. And some of them are like, when do you leave? Because we're tired of being here. Okay. So the first person is Interim. This is Interim Superintendent Dr. Grenita Lathan. After our last superintendent got a new job in New York, which now he's actually resigning from, ironically. A lot of people on the school board, a lot of African American leaders wanted the new full-time superintendent to be Dr. Grenita Lathan, but I guess they're still searching. They're dealing with the pandemic. They're trying to, attempts to close the school district because one school failed. A lot of issues with TA. So she's been in the interim position, I think, the last year and a half. And so while UCIZ is still trying to find a full-time one, Dr. Grenita Lathan, got a new job. She is going to Springfield, Missouri to be the superintendent of public schools in Springfield. I do wish her success. But I think in a way it was HIZ taking too long to decide on who the new superintendent was. And she obviously got a better offer. So hopefully we can get someone else to get in that position soon. There are some people who might say, hey, it's good that she leaves. We can get someone else in that position. Now her leaving also is going to force HISD to find a new person to fill it as soon as possible, because she's leaving, I think, in July. So they can't drag their feet anymore on this. Okay. One more person got a new job this week that was a surprise. But by some of my activist friends, they are, I didn't think he was such a bad guy, but you know, like I said, they're a lot more into politics and know the ins and outs than I do. Art Acevedo actually comes from, I think he was a California highway patrolman. Then he was the police chief in Austin. And then he became the police chief here. So, but then it got leaked, ironically. It was leaked like Sunday night. Someone, and I think this is just a GIF. I think I got a GIF now. Dang it. Save as. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm having all these technical difficulties today. Why, Lord? Why? I'm just trying to get them on the paper. Okay, it's still not letting me. Let me see if it will go. Okay. He actually had a press conference today. He's actually been here 4.5 years. So he's actually longer than the last superintendent was here. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to find. It's not. Okay, it's not letting me do it. Let me share the screen. He gave a press conference today. Can y'all hear?
We're just a little late. Just spent the last little over an hour with this, what I consider the nation's best executive team. This is a team that for the last 4.5 years, we've been through a lot together, and they really didn't know what was going on. Maybe late in the very late, because it's a very quick process, two weeks in terms of how this went down. I wanted to make sure they understood, number one, how much I love them, how this happened, and why I decided to take it. I decided to take it for several reasons. Number one, Miami is a world-class city, just like Houston. Miami is a city that is an international city like Houston. Miami is the gateway to, Central and South America, the Caribbean, Europe. Houston is the gateway to the world. And it is a very diverse community like our community. And Miami really is the place when in 1968, on December 12th, a little 4.5-year-old kid landed with his parents. And that's where our journey began. And we went all the way to California, came to Austin, came here. And everything's about timing. It's been weighing on my heart. I love policing, and we always talk about as a team that adversity brings opportunity for good leaders and good people to show what their metal's about. In the city of Houston, it's no secret.
Okay, so just to let you know, basically what he's saying, because I saw one press conference today that was like 49 minutes. I think this one's just 17 minutes of that conversation. So basically, I know I thought he was Mexican American, but it's not. Art Acevedo was Cuban American. Like he said, his parents landed here in Miami, 1968. I guess either there or he became citizens. He got into law enforcement. Then he got the job in, like I said, he was a highway patrolman in California, came to police in Austin, then he came here to Houston. So Miami made him an offer, and that was where he was from. So it was like, oh, okay, this is and he said this is Turner's last term in office because we have term limits on our mayor. And he said they offered me this job, and he was like, oh, it's perfect timing. Now, according to some of my, ironically, nobody knew he was leaving until it was leaked Sunday night. Someone got a memo, the police officer got a memo that he was leaving. And someone who got that email gave it to someone else, who gave it to someone else. And one of my friends posted it on Facebook. And it started making the rounds like, oh, your police chief is missing. No, I mean, he's leaving. And so some people were like, we're getting Lathan. They're like, oh, okay, yes, nice. Congratulations from him. We're going to be missed. Well, amongst my activist friends, and they were happy to see him go because they felt that even though some people were thinking like, oh, look at how he's acting as a police chief doing Black Lives Matter. He's walking with them. He's doing this, doing that. And it was like, that's what the world sees. That's not what we know. And so this is what one of my friends posted. Chief Acevedo was the worst Houston police chief on civil rights in modern times. He was personally involved in many civil rights violations, including arresting hundreds of peaceful protesters, which is true because I have friends who went to jail and it was because they were blocking, quote unquote, blocking traffic. Okay. Provided no transparency. HPD has not released 100 or so citizen shooting videos, and he fired a critic of HPD policy. Police shootings of civilians increased during his watch. That's true because there was a white couple who were killed in a supposedly they were dealing drugs, and their informant found out their informant and the witnesses were faulty, that the cops had lied previously under his watch. So my clients have 4 lawsuits pending for civil rights violations, but he was good in front of a camera. And if HPD shot and killed your loved one, he would hug you. So there's that. Mayor Turner needs to get a transparent police chief who is serious about decreasing unjustified police violence. So this is the other side to why Police Chief Art Acevedo will be leaving, because he's really not doing that great of a job. And he's costing the people money. Yeah. So there's that. Yep. So I wanted to wait. Is this one? Oh, we talked about that. Oh, did we tell you about the bill? Yeah, so we do that. Okay. Sorry. Next, we're gonna go to one of my favorite couples. I fell in love with them. Like, they're almost my aunt and uncle, but I realized their age is like they're not that really far older than me. Is David and Tamela Man. I love David and Tamela Man. Mr. Brown and Cora. Everybody love Mr. Brown and Cora. I know I do. Well, David on the left, you should know. They had too much tea. And Tamela on the right, this past month has decided to take a vacation. Ironically, of all the places they went to last month was Cancun. This is even the Cancun trip. They're drinking their drinks. And this is actually from a month ago, but I actually saw this on TikTok, right? This month, because I actually follow them on YouTube. They have their own channel, The Manns. M-A-N-S, The Manns. And they actually I lost my thought. They quit this week. I think last month they were in Cancun. Beginning of this past week, they're in Africa. They're in South Africa. So I'm gonna see if hopefully they have a much better experience than they did. Please hit the like button. Someone says we're buffering. Okay. So this past week they're in South Africa. So while they were on the boat, y'all. While they was on the boat, somebody asked them an unholy question. An unholy question. Of all the people to ask this question about, let me go get it. If you know the answer, please don't ruin for everybody, please. Okay. Okay, where is... Okay, let me find it. Okay, where is it? Oh. Okay, let me do share screen. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, y'all. Y'all can see. Yes, I love them too. But I was so upset. I saw this first on TikTok. I was like, I gotta go to the real video. This is them on the. I guess they took while they were in Cancun. They took another like mini trip. I don't know how this thing. I wonder did they see Ted Cruz there?
Scratch that last thing. We've been having a great time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I know y'all not gonna believe it, but we're doing a trip on the boat. Black people on the boat. And my friend right here asked me, so what do you do? Are you a drug dealer? He actually asked me, are you a drug dealer? And I told him, don't you ever ask a black man that again. That is super insulting. I asked him, are you a slave owner?
Oh.
He said, no. I said, you do not ever. I said, no, I'm not a drug dealer. I said, I'm an entrepreneur. I use my brain to work. I said, don't you ever. I said, don't you insult me. So he said, well, he didn't know. His friend, the lovely people back, this gentleman here was so embarrassed that he said that he apologized for. He said he apologized. Let me apologize for this name. But they say his mouth always get in trouble. But when you're an ignorant idiot, you just don't know sometimes. I said, this fool, I told Sam, this is a fool right here. To his face. I called him a fool to his face. Y'all definitely would never believe that. But you got it right now. That'll never happen, right? Right. They won't believe that somebody asked me that. When I show up to my YouTube people, they won't believe that somebody actually asked a black guy on a boat, are you a drug dealer? We've been married 27 years. You heard words? I've heard. No, well, I let him know it was very insulting, and if I cussed, I would have cussed him out. I don't cuss. I got him together real cool, and it embarrassed him so that I would even call him out on it right to his face. Tam could not believe that. I said, you did what? Yeah. And then I say, in this climate, I told him, I say, in this climate, you never ask nobody anything like that. He was looking like, what? What did I do wrong? That goes to show that somebody has opened the door. Yeah, somebody has opened the door for people to be that ignorant, blatantly ignorant and stupid. But God bless you. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. I don't even know nothing about it. I get sick off of it.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all couldn't hear me. But, sorry. But, I love everything that they're in. I watched, gone to all the Tyler Perry plays. I think they've come to Houston. I've gone to all of them. I've watched all the movies. I've listened to Take Me to the King so many times. I listened to their last joint album together. I was so happy to see Tamela when she was in that last when she was in Dream Girls. What's their remake they did? Sparkle. I'm just like, all the people say, are you a drug dealer? Because he was dressed nice. He was on the boat. He thought the prices were too bad. Why didn't they just say, no, I sing gospel music? Because he probably would have got really, really expensive. Like, oh, you sing for the Lord for a living? Yes, I do. We sing for the Lord for a living. What the heck? And then, like you said, he's just waving. And he said, oh, his friend at least apologized, so he was upset. And then the lady next to him said, yeah, he said stuff like this all the time. It's like, you said worse than this, and she was like trying to bite her tongue. She was like, he talks like that. Like, you. Y'all brought him out here on a boat with liquor? No. Yeah, I just couldn't believe that. Like one of my favorite couples. I hope to get a husband like hers. We can do stuff like that with, and they go on a vacation. Which I was kind of like, what are they masking? Then again, I kind of thought they may have like taped this like last year or something like that, or did something. They may test them all before they got on their boat. But still, I was just like, of all the people. Yeah. They're probably good, but then again, he might have told them their name. And he said, and they probably gonna Google him later, probably. And they're like, oh, he talked to someone that's in the church. Yeah, he did. But entrepreneur don't necessarily mean drug dealer. You can mean different types of entrepreneur. I just just horrible. Can you believe it? Wait, TA said, I got a white lady together on Saturday in the grocery store. Some are so ignorant. Yes, some are so ignorant. Okay, y'all. So we are coming. Okay, can y'all do me a quick favor? I'm having a technical difficulty. I need to go take care of it. Can y'all be on hold for a minute? Okay. I'm glad you thought so. It was me. I was having an emergency. The Texas tea ran through me. I gotta make sure. Maybe I shouldn't drink it. Because I ain't drunk all of it. I had to get the last through. Take a water break, as they say in Britain. Does this say that in Britain? I've heard that somewhere. Okay, so the next people I'm going to talk about is Kerrion Franklin, the oldest son and oldest child of Kirk Franklin. It's been all the talk all over the weekend. So much so that Mann Church's came out of retirement. So came out of his vacation to do a live, which y'all need to go check out after my live. But I want to show you firsthand, because there have been so many different remixes made of this audio. And by the way, this is not the whole audio of the conversation. Okay? And this is Kerrion recording his father. They were having, well, to me, it sounds like an argument. And he, stop, boy. Boy wants to get up here. Conversation his father was having with him. Guess he wanted proof to show people or let people hear, or the therapist, I don't know, how his father was talking to him. Okay, and there have been a lot of different discussions, and I think also a generational divide on whose side you really are taking. Boy, sit down. Because remember, we're only getting 47 seconds. Ow, boy! Boy, I'm on live. That scratch me up. Stay. Stay. Okay. Don't me. Sorry. He's my big baby. Okay. Let me share the audio. And a lot of TikToks made, a lot of Instagram. Even I made one. But I really wanted to really seriously talk about this so people can hear for themselves. And let's talk about it here. Because I have friends who have different opinions on this. Some are on Kirk's side, some on the Kerrion side, and then I'm just somewhere stuck in the middle, like, I can see it from both ends. Okay, so let me press play.
Up a piece of paper. Okay, if you think I'm bringing this paper, let me say it like this. When your bitch ass starts you need to get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass. Because I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old. What's up? I did it. He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat?
Sorry, y'all. My dog is tripping. Oh no! Don't tell me it's Doing that again. Boy, what you do? I should have been. Boy, stop. Nah, it's not even working, boy. Boy, you been listening to Kerrion? Is this what we doing now? Huh? Yeah. I got the screen of Kerrion. Oh, Lord. Okay, y'all. This is what I'm. Y'all can hear me and see me now? Okay, so hey Clarissa, a person glad you why you scarred me up? Okay. So this is from what my observation that I'm hearing. Okay. The first part I heard Kirk, it's like he got on the phone. Then I heard a stop. Then I heard some more words about you from Houston and didn't. Then I heard another stop. Then I heard Kirk getting really upset. You down and something like you down there in Houston, you need to get up. And then that's when you heard Kirk just go off. But let me tell you, and then he's like, oh, really? Is that? And then at the end, he's like, he hung up. He's like, did he just hung up on me? Is that how we think that how a preacher supposed to act? Oh, is that a threat? Which makes me figure that this audio is not straight audio. It has been manipulated. This is almost the same, not quite, when Alec Baldwin, when I think it was Kim Basinger, gave the court the recording that he left for their daughter. She was supposed to call him, or at least when he called, to pick up the phone, and she didn't. And he left a really irate message, like 2 minutes. He didn't use the word bitch. He didn't use the word N-word. He did call her a little pig and said she was basically being a brat and not answering the phone when she was supposed to. A lot of people were like, oh, he's a horrible parent. I can't believe your dad did that. And like everybody was mad. But the black folks. I asked my aunt, you heard what they said to her? That was horrible. And he was like, well, she was acting like a pig and he called her a little pig. What's the problem? But I'm just like, this is culturally different from different culture, interpreting things. Also an older generation interpreting things. That recording of his was like 2 minutes. It was a message he left on the phone or answering machine. This was 47 seconds, and I could tell it probably got manipulated twice. So I'm having some issues to be on Kerrion's side. Now I do notice that my friends I'm 43, who are at least older generation X or boomers are siding with Kirk. Saying, hey, his son is 33. Yes, he's a Christian, but his son set him out, and sometimes you got to talk to your kids that way. And in my perspective, yeah, I've been talked to that way by an auntie, by a mother, by a great aunt. Go sit your, the stuff that Kirk said to him, I heard that growing up. Now, does that make it right and say Kirk is justified? Yes and no. Because if you're saying it, you're like, oh yeah, I can understand that. When you're on the receiving end of it, you're sympathetic to Kerrion. Okay. Now my friends who are younger than me, who are younger than 43, all of them are I call older millennials. you know. And they've been on, like I said, generational divide. They're looking at that as, oh, that parent is being toxic. Please hit the like button as you come on in, please. Okay. Okay. I got 23 likes, 1 down, and there's 28 of you in the chat. Please hit the like button. I really would appreciate it. Also, please cash at me or super chat or super sticker. All funds go back into updated equipment and to go back into the to my channel so I can bring you much more updated content. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. And so a lot of my friends were making a point. They're like, you know, this sounds like a toxic parent. You told your child you're going to put your foot up their ass. How many have been at the receiving end of a parent telling you, I'm going to put my foot up your ass if you don't act right? Did you like it? No, I didn't. Was it right what you did? I'm going to say 50% of the time. But also, that's what our parents, our aunties and uncles, that's what they were taught and how they were raised. No one gives you a manual about how to raise children. And from my, and like, you know, I've seen, you know, my friends of 18, older stars, they haven't had a problem. But people who have been younger than me or like the same age as me, or who have been on receiving end, or those of us who, like myself, are in therapy now because of shit during childhood, we might find that, oh, their parent being toxic. You talk to them and they're verbally abusing you. Let me see if I can find. And so you have a lot of people who are younger, like, oh, that's just, you know, Kirk is supposed to be a Christian. You're not supposed to talk to your kids that way. Why are they doing that? And they're like giving him a harsh judgment. Kirk did apologize. The only issue I had with his apology was you wasn't apologizing to your son by talking to him that way. You were apologizing to us, your fans, or people in the church community, who, by the way, stream or buy your music, watch you on TV and stuff like that. Which, in a way, okay, maybe you should apologize, because when we hear and sing your song, we don't want to think of that part of you. But just like other superstars, when they do something wrong, they come up with an apology afterwards too. So it kind of seems like, are you doing it because you're being sincere, or are you doing it because you know you was wrong? But my thing is, why don't you is your son getting an apology too? Do you call him a bitch ass? I mean, yes, I do think that there's some issues going on. Yeah, they do. And then I have to remember also, Kirk is 48, his son is 33. He had his son, he was a teenage father. Probably didn't know everything, probably didn't know the best thing to do. But, like I said, therapy. Family therapy. But this is the thing you have to understand. Family therapy means the child goes to therapy, you go to therapy, then y'all go to therapy together. Understanding? And see, that's why I'm also having an issue with Kirk's son was before him. That's true. No telling what. Yeah, and I'm wondering if, like I said, the son, Kerrion, has some unresolved issues. Maybe you were like, well, I need to record this call so people don't know it ain't me. And maybe the phone call started out okay, and then he said something to press his father's buttons. Okay. I don't know if you guys. Yeah, I think so too. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, he's 33, he's grown. I'm 43, I'm grown. There are some things that will remind me of childhood, and it would take me back there. And I'm not reacting to it as a 43-year-old Kimberly. I'm reacting to it as the 12-year-old me, the 15-year-old me, the 10-year-old me. And times I have to tell myself, don't go back there. You're not that person anymore. You're grown up. It's a different situation. And maybe Kerrion is not there. Or maybe Kerrion is the one that's getting triggered when he talks to his father that, hey, he's talking to me like I'm 16 again. Like I'm 15 again. You know, so that's true. We don't know what was said prior to the outburst. Yeah, I think he was laughing too. I was like, wait a minute now. And then he made a let me see if I can find it. Going over there now, boy. Now come on. Okay, let me see if I can. My friend said I can share this. Let's see if I can find it. This is what one of my friends posted. Boy, sit. Okay, I didn't get it. She made a really great point about, and a lot of people want to keep saying, oh, spare the rod, sport a child, he just said was wrong. But doesn't the Bible say parents do not provoke your kids to anger? So maybe it was something on there before he was trying to talk, and Kirk was saying some stuff, provoking him to anger. And then he said something back to his father, and his father was like, you don't talk to me that way. I'll break my, And then we heard that part. Because I just want people to think like we're all saying, I'm just noticing this big generational divide. It's just like, okay, is this what goes on in other people's homes? Other people's who are trying to get hurt by a parent and then you just get verbally abused? Okay. Yes, welcome. Thank you for putting that. So this is a post from one of my other friends. He posted this, and I asked him, could I repost this? She says, the way y'all love and honor abuse is quite disturbing. But for some of you, I know you can't come for Kirk because your mama and daddy talk to you that way. You can't call a thing because you be calling out your parents. And your super saved saints tossing out forgiveness for Kirk cannot be in your Bibles like you say you are. Y'all ain't nothing about the word of God explicitly instructing parents to provoke not their children lest they become discouraged. Kirk's son is not a child, but he is Kirk's child. The rules still apply. You all have normalized abuse so much that take up for abusers before you even hear the story. She said, unfriend me, please. And that's what I wanted to address, is that older Generation Xers and boomers, you need to stop for a minute. We love Kirk. We know that. We're not canceling. Took us forever to mute R. Kelly. Some people have muted Bill Cosby. Some people have not. And someone made a good point the other day. They were like, y'all remember when Angie Stone knocked her daughter in the mouth and nobody counseled her? And that was like abuse. I think it was Creflo Dollar hit his daughter with a belt. Called 911. He wasn't counseled. There were people who spoke out against it, yes, in both instances. And there are people who spoke out against this instance too, but I'm just like, want the older Generation Xers and the boomers to understand something. Because that is how your parent treated you does not make it right. Times are different. We know better. We do better. Now, I do understand if you've done everything for your child, you did this, you did that, and you just tired, you can't do it no more, and you just say all those things. But we don't know if Kirk says that on a regular basis. For Cheryl, like the girl in the thing said, Kerrion is 33 years old. Yes, he's not a child, but he is Kirk's child. What are some of these parents doing? They're creating disrespectful kids. Because, by the way, when I was young, my generation, when I was Generation X, they were calling us disrespectful. Now I hear some of my Gen X friends who got kids who are Gen Z or young or older millennials or a little bit younger millennials. Oh, these kids nowadays disrespectful. I'm just like, wait a minute now. I went to college with you. I went to high school with you. Okay. Exactly. Because if you heard my aunt now, which everybody loves their favorite aunt, and I look at her sometimes like, who are you? When did you become so nice? She taught Sunday school. And the curse words she flown together. Now she ain't never cursed in church. But once we were out that damn we on our way home, mine had a different part. Mine had a different miles. Now, some of us who were cursed like that are treated like that. We came out okay. But some of them, like myself, was in therapy. So y'all got to understand something. Just because you were treated like that as a child doesn't make it right. What are we going to do starting? Now, that doesn't mean you just throw out everything that your parents did to raise you. But you also have to understand, too, that conversation is also triggering for adults who got that every day. Do y'all remember when we watched Antoine Fisher? The movie came out, right? Based on a true story. Antoine Fisher was cursed at every day by his foster parent. Every day. And look at how much it affected him when he was young, when he got older. Okay? And for some people who experienced abuse, it's really need to understand what to do. Some of you are like, oh, these kids are disrespectful today. They're disrespectful because that is how they know how to act to people your age or how to survive. Not everybody had a good mom and daddy who just called them, maybe curse them out once or twice in their childhood. They had that stuff every day. In and out of foster homes. Physically abused, sexually abused. Okay? And so he and Kirk Franklin, a Christian, yeah, Christians are not perfect. You hear that and you're like, oh man. And sometimes I have to stop myself too. It's called internalizing. Sometimes I got to stop myself and say, okay, is this Kerrion's problem or issue? Is it mine? Because you can't be empathetic. Like I am empathetic to Kerrion because I'm just like, he's having an issue with the parent, his father. And I really do hope he works it out. I like Kirk, but I hope he works out with his son. Because I also look at this as I did with my students when I was a teacher, and I had students in my classroom who had issues with their parents. Because I'm a person on the outside looking in. You don't have all the information. Reason why I had some students being disrespectful to me in my class. Because guess what? They couldn't be disrespectful to their mama at home because she was going to whoop their ass. Almost beat them to death. Or they were acting out in class because they were having a problem at home. Mom and dad are divorcing. I had to take care of brothers and sisters. Mom is at work. Dad is at work. They're getting remarried. I gotta go live with grandma. Some of my kids were in foster home, didn't know. Okay? So we also gotta look at that too. Okay? And I think also what needs to happen is, yeah, I agree, Jacqueline. They do need some counseling, but not a Christian counselor. Yeah, he should work on his union. Oh, damn, mister. And see, that's a whole another discussion. I wish we had time. It's like, some of y'all need to understand. You know, the stuff that when I got older, when I got about my 20s, and there were certain relatives that I was now older, I could get in my car and go somewhere else, or you go to work, or I had an excuse, or go to school, that I didn't have to be around no more. Because I remember what they talked to me like as a child. Oh, you're lazy. Oh, you got big. I had relatives who were horrible to me as children. And I turned 18 when after school came back. They was the sweetest people. And I just kept trying to figure out who the hell was they? Because I just was like, this is not the person that used to talk to me as a child. I don't know. They just thought maybe like, oh, she actually made something of herself. And they were nice. And I was like, something is not right. And I think that's also what older people in the Generation Xers who are parents and the boomers now, you got children that don't want to come around you. Maybe it's not them, it's you. There are, and not to say, you know, we gotta keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you. And I'm saying this, and I'm sorry, I don't have any children. That's one of my, in a way, my regrets in life is that I didn't get married younger and have children like I wanted to. Maybe it was the Lord had a different plan for me because my students got to be my kids for how many minutes of every day. You know, I did have some kids talk to me with some really deep-seated things. There were some kids I took to the movies. There were some kids I paid field trips for. There was kids that I gave money to when they went to college. Some who I went to graduation dinner, you know, parties and stuff for. So I understand. Like to thank you. There are toxic parents. Remember when I made that? Maybe to revisit that. Remember when I said about toxic parents or narcissistic parents and what they do? They treat one child as the golden child. That child can do no wrong. Another child, they're the peacemaker. They try to keep everything okay. Another child, or it could be the spouse, is an enabler. They cover for that parent being toxic. Then one parent is the flying. Then one child could be the flying monkey. They're the ones that bully for the parent. And then you got another child, which Kerrion could be or he could not be, the black sheep. That's the person who doesn't want to deal with the toxicity and the narcissistic behavior. And so they are shown as, oh, he's the problem. And I think for me, when I first saw that, I was like, oh, maybe Kerrion is just the black sheep. He doesn't want to deal with the narcissistic stuff. But then when I saw, let me see if I can find it. When I saw Kennedy Carrington, his sister's post, and then when Kirk came out with his apology, I was like, I don't know the whole dynamic, but I'm thinking maybe me calling Kerrion the black sheep and that he doesn't want to go with the bullshit no more, maybe that was a little bit premature. Maybe Kerrion is a narcissist himself, was treated like the golden child, maybe start feeling himself, and Kirk cut him off. I was like, I created a monster. Disrespectful to everybody. That's exactly it. And so now you got these toxic parents want to know why their kids don't want to come no more. And then it was another post. I need to find it. I think I need to find it. Where, what did he say? I'm gonna find it so y'all can. Because maybe y'all need to. Maybe I'm just, Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I found his sister. Okay. And maybe it's a certain dynamic. Like, he was a child from before Kirk married his wife. He adopted Tammy's older daughter. I guess Tammy didn't adopt him because he probably has a mama. I think he subbed me some because he wanted to restart it. But then, okay, if that's the reason, why are there numerous pictures with him and the family as a member of the family? And even Kerrion said from 3rd grade to high school, he was going around the world with his father. He was in family photos. He was on trips. He was on this. Now all of a sudden he said since 2006, he's not in him anymore. Okay. Let's look at, this is from his sister. After the leaked audio came out. It was before Kirk did the apology. Sorry, y'all can't see it. Let me read what it says. Okay, it says this wasn't the last family pic we took. LOL. I'm really tired of this. If you want to air things out, I can do that too. I still have the screenshot. This is his sister Kennedy. What was so bad about your childhood? Laughed my ass out. You were a black privileged boy. You were legit fed with a silver spoon and given countless opportunities. You just didn't take them. So what now? You're mad because you're 33 and have nothing to show? Like, bro, what generational curse are you breaking, my nigga? You wouldn't even get into college if it wasn't for daddy's help. And you even took advantage of that and flunked out. You took advantage of everything your whole life and burnt bridges, and now you're mad because after all the lies and disrespect you spewed, we're tired of being nice. That's from his sister on Instagram. And I think Matt Church Disease gave me another one. I think she wrote some more. Let me see if I can find. And I think she was responding to his. Let's go. Let me see if I can find it. Oh Lord, Lord, let me get a therapist, not Christian therapist. Okay. I'm coming out the words in you. I'm coming out the words in you. Oh man, where is it? Oh, this was Kennedy's other. She added something to her. She said, "I guess clout chasing and ignorance is more important than family these days. That's crazy." Okay. Hold on. Y'all can see the whole thing. What his sister is responding to. Because he made like a whole paragraph. I think it was the shade room. So much stuff, y'all. It's so much stuff. Christians, we can go to therapy too. We can. We can. We can. I just hope that I really do pray. Maybe he already did, yeah. But sometimes, you know, your family members full of shit, though. They be getting on your nerve. Because sometimes certain family members will use you to get back in the good graces of the parents, or they might feel some type of way like, look at you. You got the same things I did. You just didn't do nothing with it. Like, why didn't you hold on. They probably all need to go to therapy. Okay. And I heard, I don't know how true this is, that he's looking to find someone to do his story. Lord, I hope he don't go there. Don't go there. Lord, I got a feeling he Help us, Lord. You need it right now. Okay. All right. So this is what Kerrion said. This is with the shade. Well, the shade room, I guess, just reposted what he had, and the sister just went and said what she said afterwards. But this is his name is Kerrion Rashad. He says, Kerrion Franklin speaks out following Kirk Franklin's apology, asks the world not to crucify his father, and claims he has been inconsistent with therapy. I'm finally out of a 14-year deep hole of chaos and confusion. This is the last picture I was allowed to take with my family, 2006. In my freedom, my life sparks your inner tone. Think about the areas in your life. Could you handle things differently? Imagine being taken all across the world from 3rd grade to high school, then never again. If a couple pages out of... What do you say? If a couple pages out of my reality made you feel some type of way, just remember that your children will grow up and gravitate towards you, or if provoked for too long, we can love you enough to leave you alone. If my dad continues to self-sabotage our progress as a family and ignores me for another 14 years and doesn't accept me, I'll still be fine. I'm breaking the generational curse right now. 14 years, not one dinner, not one cozy Sunday night together, not invited over for Christmas or any holiday. I am sick of threatening words constantly behind closed doors. I've earned the space to speak how I please about my childhood. None of you walked in my shoes. I'm going to stay focused and keep busy with my clients and my creativity. I will grow from this experience. Please do not crucify my father. I am not here to bash him across the board. I didn't even cuss in the recording. Why do people assume I did something to deserve verbal abuse? I just said what he said back to me. My father has been speaking very mean and manipulative to me for 15 years now. That's, like I said, his side of the story. My voice will be heard. I forgive him for the past pain. I am learning every day on my own this thing called life. Sin positive vibes. It's difficult to focus on my work under these conditions. Yet and still, I'm going to stay focused. My head is up. So, did everyone see Kirk's apology? Let me see what y'all said. Okay. But if Kirk is a manipulator too, I can see him putting the sister out there to say stuff. I hope that's not true. Being a manipulator can learn. Yeah, if Kirk is a manipulator, narcissist, and he told her, like, you know, I'm really tired of your brother, and just like, you need to go in there and tell how it really was with him. And so she could be the enabler or the flying monkey. Okay. Yeah, I had to get a cousin that was talking about her mom rather than go back and forth on social media. I said, call me. Okay. She sounds like a daddy's girl, not having her brother disrespect her day. Let somebody talk sideways to my day. You going in the dirt. Yeah, group. They need group there. They need individual time. They need time to themselves too. But is Kirk part of what you say? Yeah, that's more to the story. But is your according to Kerrion, Kirk is manipulative. Has always been verbally abusive to him behind the doors. But is he doing that because you ain't listening? Or you keep doing your own thing and messing up and want him to fix it? You know? I don't know. And then, like she said, that's not the last photo we took as a family. Then I want to know what are other photos at, girl? Or is your brother gone? But do y'all remember, like in 2018, he came out and said his father tried to kill him? Y'all remember that? He came out and said, my father was trying to kill me. You know what? You got it right. Yeah. And you have to also remember, like, Kirk is 48. Kerrion is 33. You had you were a dad at 15 years old. What the hell did you know you were doing? If Kirk did something. And I had a friend, I posted on it. I said, well, I just think it was kind of like manipulating him. He says, well, if you want the truth to come out, sometimes you have to show the receipts. And I was like, that kind of has a point. But then I was like, it wasn't a full audio though. So we just can't. That's true, but remember, he's also an entertainer, and there were going to be some people put off by what he said. Hey, Betty. Hey, Betty Simmons. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Oh, I'm sorry it hurt your heart, but I'm getting better. I go to therapy. That's true. That's true too. And then I was surprised what Darren Hobbs said, which shows you how other church people feel. He says his grown 33-year-old butt ain't a child. 2 grown men. I don't know the deets, but if I have a grown man son disrespecting me, if you know me, you already know. These saints judging Kirk. He is human. Thank God somebody ain't recording me when I'm angry, because he's able. It's not what will be heard. This is from Darwin Hobbs, a gospel singer. Whew. Boys always try to 19 if every boy couldn't deal with the consequences. And if what the sister said is true, you've been treated like a privileged child, golden child, and you didn't do what you were supposed to do with it. And now you want to blame your parent for it? Because they come back and say, hey, I can't help you no more because I keep helping you bum you out. Well, it's like you went from golden child to black sheep. I'm not really praying that they both go to therapy. Maybe the whole family needs to go. Please go to someone who's not in the industry. And I really hope they work it out. Because if not, let's say Kerrion gets married and has children, they might not be able to see grandpa. And then your grandpa, and then the grandchildren gonna be hearing their whole life how you were just a horrible parent. Mm-hmm. So, it's better off sport a child, but parents, do not provoke your children to anger, lest they will be discouraged. Got nothing to say. Thank y'all so much for spending the last hour and 40 minutes with me, including my break and my dog wanting my attention. I believe Wednesday night, it's the cigar blog. I will double check with him. He's doing homework right now. I believe I was helping Mad Charge Disease test his equipment so he can ask for call-in. So he should be back Sunday. Y'all please pray for Roxanne. Okay, as she said the other day. And also please pray for Miss MW50 who lost her brother. Okay. And anyone else. Okay. And I may come on again tomorrow because I'm off for spring break, but we'll see. But like I said, if you haven't already, please hit the like button on your way out. Please, please buy me a coffee or become a member, super chat, cash app to help me reinvest into equipment and also different types of programs and things. content that I'm going to bring you. Okay, please like, share, please. Also, can someone put in the March giveaway link? The 18, we give away $100 gift card once a month. And do you have that, Monina Love? The March giveaway link? So you can put yourself in the running for the $100. Boy, stop now. Stop now. You keep getting up here. I'm thinking you want your own. All right. Is that the, oh, we both put up the right. Okay. 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 Yeah, and I think about doing another how-to video, to show you how to look up your own congressmen and congresspeople in your own community, so you know who's at your local level, state level. Because I'm telling you, I think these Republicans is all talking to each other, having meetings and stuff, and so they planning stuff. But we gotta stay sharp and watch out. Okay, thank you, Jacqueline Vines. Thank you. How have y'all been liking the TikTok videos? I'm trying to think, maybe should I do more like acting TikTok videos? Some of y'all like the songs, but I don't always able to monetize the songs. That's why I really say if you can cash up or super chat, that would be great. Because some videos I can't monetize because it has music, and then others I can. But let me know. Okay, y'all please pray for Daryl Moore. He's not feeling too good. Okay. Okay. Oh yes. Also, please come and join the 18 Facebook group. FYI, you must answer all 3 questions in order to become a member. Please do not tell me. We give you hints. What does Daryl Moore smoke? Cigars. What is Marcellus' nickname? Pooh Bear. What is the name of my dog? Boy. We would give you hints. If it's not a girl, it's a boy. Just come on, y'all. Yes. Right for Daryl, Roxanne, Miss NW50. Also played some people with Shaw. Remember, he lost 3 of his family members like within a week, a couple months ago. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for all of you. Can someone put in the link to Ladies Night? I had as my co-host, guest co-host was Medina Jaden. This week I'm going to have, I got to double check with her, Tanika Shanette, and then that's March 20th, and then March 27th, y'all. I'm bringing y'all a good surprise co-host. I'm working on it. When I get the the details, y'all got to come. Gotta bring it. Please bring a friend because you ain't gonna want to miss it. I'm telling you, March 27th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Okay. All right. Good night, y'all. Thank you to everyone who came. Chrissy Parks, number 1 supporter. Cheryl Wilson, Jacqueline Vines, Mona Love, number 1 mod. Trisha Chanel, Betty Yellick, Ray of Sunshine, Betty Simmons, Cheryl Wilson, T.A. There was a person named Mista who was here. Thank you for your Epiphany Grace. T.A. Yeah, Mr. Butterfly, who I started singing. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And next time, bring a friend. Because I do come on every Tuesday night. I do come every Saturday. At least I try to be. But I also have a TikTok videos. I think I'm going to do some more how-to videos. I really need to do some movie reviews, y'all. because I've been catching up on my movies since the spring break, right? And I have 2 books I need to read. I need to finish reading Sex and the Church Girl. I need to finish The Pastor's Ex-Wife. I got some other type of fiction that I need to read. Thank you, Legit Doctor, also for coming. Thank you, Clarissa. Thank you to everyone. I'm not a TikTok, I'm more of a YouTuber. But I do post my TikToks over here though. So you don't have to go somewhere else to get them. I know, right? Okay, if we do it on the members only, what should we have for members only? What should we do for members only? Need some suggestions. That's the only thing. These suggestions. So y'all can email me or Facebook message me or leave a suggestion in the comments. Hey, what have you been to all your life? Thanks for coming. Was there a delay? Because I was about to go log off. Look at my dog is being so. He knows the show about these. He's trying to get all the hugs he wants. Do y'all dogs follow y'all to the restroom? Okay, thank you. Casino. I was thinking, I don't know how to do casino, but I was thinking about a game night. I keep seeing these different games like culture tag and all that kind of stuff. But I just have to figure out how that works. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good night. I gotta go pet my dog some more. He hasn't been giving no attention the last 2 hours. So he upset. Okay. It's okay, boy. Y'all want to see boy? Want to see my dog, boy? Here you go. My camera came off. Boy. What are you doing? Okay, hold on. I was trying to show y'all boy, my dog. Hey boy. Hey there, boy. Lonely boy. Lord. Y'all can't see, boy. Boy, you so bad. He looking at me like, hey, show the world your smile. I smile. Even though I smile for a while. I smile. Look at him. The big baby, my little boy. He's my boy, my baby boy. Y'all shouldn't forget his name now. What's his name, y'all? His name, boy. Okay, boy. Tell the nice people good night. Boy. Nah, he want to be shot. He's my big baby. Talk to y'all later. Bye.